channel, throw it up in the Discord. Hadfield is live. And let me just see. Where is it? I just saw it. Okay, here it is. Captain Jacoby, whenever you are ready.
I am ready, by God. Captain's log, stardate 54080.4. The Hadfield has been deployed to the Grigor field, a region of space at the center of several subspace currents. These currents, according to reports, pull objects from all over the sector, and as a result, large amounts of starship debris has been collected in the region over the years, making it ripe for archaeological work. Most debris is too smashed up to be useful, but occasionally reports say that something of interest can be found. Long-term exploration of the region is typically handled by the USS Anning. However, the Anning has been recalled to Starbase 621 over the next 2 weeks for its biannual tune-up, and we're being assigned to pick up the slack in the meantime. We are to rendezvous with the Anning at the edge of the Grigor field, as Starfleet has selected a new CMO from the Anning to replace Dr. Blackwell. We're due to arrive at the field within the hour. End log.
That's quite apt. Gonna throw us to the fleet map, and then...
Alright, so where are we? Right there.
Oh, guys, check this out. It took me a little while to find one, but
Woo! Woo! That's fancy.
Oh, that's a warp screen. Cool.
Yep.
That is
However, we had a screen, but it was only for like random stuff that we could put in the screen. That's
Now we have something that's always on the screen.
Yeah. So, you guys are currently traveling towards the Grigor field, and you will be arriving in about an hour. So this is sort of the opportunity for any of you guys to do, pre-arrival RP. Any...
yes, I would like to call Lieutenant Commander Valak into my office real quick, if that's possible.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And wait, hold on. I gotta do it. Gotta
do the door. Gotta do the door.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many sound effects. They're in Ed's most used. That's right.
Yep.
So, just gonna start the scene with Valak walking into your office.
That sounds good.
You wish to see me, sir?
Commander, have a seat, please.
Very well.
Can I get you something?
I'll be fine for now, sir.
Very well. I have called you in here for a reason, believe it or not. I've been reading over the reports as to what happened while I was taking the medics back to the station. However, a couple of things still remain unclear to me, and I'd like to hear it from your own experience, Commander. Would you be so kind as to guide me through the events just one more time real quick?
Well, I will give report on what I can, sir, but as in my report, I was unconscious for a good deal of...
When you regained consciousness, however, what happened?
Oh, if you guys want me to give you just sort of a quick rundown of what happened, because I know that you weren't around, Jacoby. After all the... after you were attacked, the Hadfield went into a decaying orbit, from which the Monarch was able to rescue you and help get your engines back online. Both of you then went your separate ways, but then met up later at a large nebula where the Cardassian vessel had fled, and between the two of you, you managed to track down the vessel, but also track down Jueza, who had managed to escape capture in a stolen Cardassian shuttlecraft.
Okay.
Managed to escape capture after being, like, tortured, which was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's standard Cardassian fare. There are 4 lights and all that.
I see. Okay, we'll just pretend Valak said that to me. Okay, so Commander, After everything that's happened to the chief, do you think there is a need for sufficient medical examinations or psychological examinations?
Well, I do know reports were filed by former CMO Blackwell.
I've
Actually,
read that.
suggesting-
I don't know if Vlog knows that.
Oh, do I? Yeah.
It's
never
been
mind.
has it not
Rewind
been
that.
forwarded to him?
Cause yeah, I think it's very specific as to who gets to see that.
Oh yeah,
Never
it
mind
was.
then.
It was
Back it
only
up.
forwarded. It was forwarded to me only.
Yeah.
So you know that. I do not. Scratch
Yeah.
that.
Am I aware of it?
You'll get it later. You'll see.
I could not tell you, sir. That would be more our new CMO's job.
Put the chief on double rations for the next week, and put a ration of rum in as well if you can. Cheer him up.
Very well, sir.
Oh dear.
That'll be all, Commander. Dismissed.
Oh no.
And I'll
What
just
is that?
promptly exit.
Does anyone else want to run a scene before your timely arrival?
Is the CMO on the ship now?
No, she is not. Oh, and
Okay, then I'll save my scene.
I also have. Oh, I forgot. I also have to do this.
What's going on?
And question: what is my current legal status?
So
Married.
so, as I had said to I did send Jacoby a thing, and he actually has to handle that. So
You did?
yeah, it was before the log.
Crap! I didn't receive that. Okay, let me read through this 1 minute. You can go on ahead.
Yeah, it just says a couple bits of housekeeping that don't need to be put in the log, but you should know about.
Yeah, it was kind of fun last time.
This
Because
is
we have like
yeah. It's
no proof.
Ed was planning on handling all of the stuff with you, Joeza, last week, but because he wasn't able to run it, I have to kind of say that it's all been tidied up off screen so we can get back to playing.
That's
Oh,
fine.
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. As per my discretion, Master Chief Petty Officer Kiji Jueza has been allowed back on duty, and we'll see where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So is there anything you would like to do, Jueza? Because as I sort of mentioned, by order of the Admiralty, until the captain just gave you that go-ahead to go back to duty, you had been confined to quarters. Pending investigation.
So yeah, I would just be kind of sitting in my quarters, meditating, just trying to reflect upon, everything that happened to me, and replaying the events that occurred and getting out of there.
Just meditating. I'm one with the prophets. The prophets are with me.
Pretty much consulting the prophets type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he will be let know, of course, that his confinement is over. You can wander the ship freely as you wish, and you can resume your station whenever you wish as well.
And as soon as I get the, computer report or whatever, whoever tells me, I'm free, I'll be like, okay. And just continue to meditate.
The Jorans.
That's Jueza. That is what Jueza does.
The Jorans.
Uh-huh.
We're good to go, however, I think.
So no one else has anything they would like to do?
I think we're good.
Awesome. So in that case, let me pull us to this. Where is it? So many sound effects. There are so many sound effects.
I know,
Just get one
dude.
and hope that's the right one.
I know. I ran the game once. It was kind of difficult to navigate.
It is pretty cool.
So you are now. I also have this layer 2 map. And that should be to back. Because let me check the objects. The map layer. Ignore that for a moment. Oof. Sometimes this doesn't do exactly what I want it to, and it annoys me when it doesn't. Fine, I'll just have to put him back in there by hand. Why not? There we go. And so you are. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, it's debris. It's supposed to be debris, right?
Yep. Okay, you can see that properly
Okay.
then. So you're
Bunch
all
of
just
ground
sitting here,
splotches.
and after about 5 minutes at the accounted for rendezvous time,
That's a big ship.
as you see in front of you the USS Anning.
Okay, good. Lieutenant Rugan, open hailing frequencies to the end.
Aye, sir.
And yeah, hold on.
Must see.
There we go.
And after a moment, the screen comes up, and you see a Bolian man sitting in the captain's chair on this. It's an Intrepid class, so it's a bigger bridge than you've got. But there are certainly things about it that feel familiar.
Okay. I'm Captain Lawrence Jacoby of the USS Hadfield. We are here to pick up our new Chief Medical Officer. How do you do, Captain?
Very good, Captain. I've read up a bit on you. I see that you're also going to be the ones taking this place off of our hands for a couple of weeks.
For the time being, at least, Captain.
Yeah, as much as all of us here love what we do, it'll be nice to get a short break from looking at random bits and pieces of metal.
The sentiment is completely understandable, Captain. Have you found anything noteworthy while you were here?
Oh, just a few broken up pieces of starship, few satellites that have gotten trapped in the pull of this region. We have a couple more. There are a number of other sections that need to be looked at, and he scrolls through his pad. If I may give a suggestion, I'd suggest starting with section 20.
Lieutenant Rugan, could you write that down, please?
Aye, sir.
Section 20 it is, Captain. I will try not to mess up the field for you too much until you get back.
Who knows? You might get lucky.
In any case, what is the status of our new Chief Medical Officer, Captain?
She should be standing by and ready to beam over at a moment's notice.
Understood. We'll give the coordinates and we'll begin transporting immediately. Captain Jacoby.
Alright, and I do not have a hail cut sound effect, so...
That's fine.
Whatever. That's a whatever.
Bridge to Commander Valak. Come in.
Here, sir.
Commander Valak, could you get down to the transporter room and meet our new Chief Medical Officer?
No, I wanted to
Very well, sir.
Very good. Ensign Biss, rev up the transporters. Bring it.
Aye, Captain. And you're over in the transporter rooms, and because it's a pad-to-pad, and both ships have the advanced the advanced sensor suites, you do not even have to make a check for this. You are all just standing in the transporter room, and...
all of us, or
Well,
Valak.
Valak, is the captain going to be there, or is it just Valak?
It's just Valak.
Okay,
I wanted to be there.
and Biss, right?
And it's because he has to be there,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay, so as appearing in the rather small transporter pad is
Oh, should I?
yes,
Sorry.
you're up.
All right. Sorry, just a bit nervous and exhausted. All right. So Teresa Maselli, Lieutenant, Junior grade. Sorry, I'm very tired. Steps out of the transport field with like a really big smile on her face, and she seems pretty excited.
Hello there. Are you the new CMO?
Yes, Teresa Maselli. Nice to meet you. You are?
I'm Commander Luck. If you'll follow me, we'll go to see the captain,
Wonderful.
and we'll head up to the bridge.
Alrighty, gotta change the, or is it?
To the turbo lift.
So back to the bridge, and yes, you see, Captain, you see Valak walk onto the bridge with this young woman in tow. She does she wear the because you've seen bits and pieces of Next Gen. Does she wear the blue doctor's coat?
I would say no.
No. Okay, she doesn't wear. She's not wearing the blue doctor's coat. She has the one pip and the empty pip, signifying her as a lieutenant junior grade.
I'll stand up and I'll extend. Doctor, very nice to meet you. I'm Captain Lawrence Jacoby of the USS Hadfield. Welcome aboard my ship.
Thank you, sir. I look forward to serving under you.
Only a lieutenant junior grade, Doctor.
Yeah. My commanding officer saw something in me, and she decided that this would be a good position for me. Wasn't
I
my
see.
choice.
Generally, doctors aboard this ship used to have a higher rank, at least. So, if there is a chance you do get to dethrone me, it'll be a bit weird to get dethroned by a lieutenant junior grade. I hope you understand.
I think it would be weird in any circumstance, sir.
Don't worry your head too much about it right now. Have you gotten a chance to look at our medical facilities yet?
I have not.
Lieutenant Zonin,
Yes, sir.
would you be so kind as to show our new doctor here our medical facilities?
Of course. Right this way, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So the two of them are going to get in the turbo lift, I assume, and head down to sickbay.
I hope so.
So let me just do.
Yep, the other options is Jeffrey's tubes.
Yep. Okay, so while they're heading down there, are you gonna order the ship to move into the field?
Yes, whoever is going to take up helm operations, the ship can move into the field.
Okay, and in that case, as you go to warp to bring yourself closer into the field, you're gonna have to drop out of warp when you actually start navigating the field. But this was just your rendezvous with the Anning outside of it.
Of course.
Okay.
So, in that case, do you guys want to have a conversation in the turbolift on the way down to the sickbay, or would you like to just walk into the sickbay?
Just walk there.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm gonna kill the bridge sounds and gonna put on the. Oh, we don't have a Voyager. Oh, this'll do. Yeah. So, Doctor, you walk into sickbay, and this is probably the nicest sickbay that you have ever been in. This has some equipment in it that you've only heard about in medical journals and medical engineering releases.
All right. So then she would have just a full ear-to-ear smile looking at all of this new toy she gets to play with.
Yes. The only difference, though, is it's smaller. It is noticeably smaller than the sick bay on the Anning.
I can work with that.
All right, Doctor. Well, this is your sick bay. To the left, you'll see we have a biobed. I don't know what to do, but I'm sure you do. We have several beds in case, there's an accident and you need people to be on the beds. To the right is actually our lab, and from what I remember with our doctor was he performed several interesting studies and whatnot in these labs. I think we got this device that essentially vibes people from the dead. I don't know how it works. I just know it's really weird. In fact, our Commander Valak was recently antiquated with this device, and back when we were rescuing some researchers from a radioactive disaster.
I think you mean resuscitated.
Yeah, acquainted, not antiquated. Acquainted.
Is the device here? Can I see it?
Is the device here?
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably, if you took a few minutes, you could find one in storage. It's not on. Doctor, when you look at it, it looks like a cortical stimulator, but it has a couple extra parts built onto it.
Remind me what a cortical stimulator is, please.
So, isn't it that weird, disc thing that they put, underneath, the base of your skull?
Yeah, there are a couple things that it's used for. It can be used to raise people from anesthesia. It can also be used to help someone get out of a coma.
Alright.
And in very severe cases, if someone has been killed, if you can fix whatever killed them and then apply a cortical stimulator quick enough, you might be able to save them.
Alright, yeah, cool. I
It's like a
literally
deep
just
fit
found
for
that
their brain.
part of the book and read it. Alright, cool.
And
Sounds
yeah.
incredibly handy.
And this is a slightly better version of one developed by the Hadfield crew, and the mechanical benefit is when you use it, you get to roll an extra die.
Oh, so that sounds really nice.
Yeah. In addition to the other benefits of the cortical stimulator.
Great.
And that was something
So-
developed here on the Hadfield over the course of 6 sessions or so.
I'm sure we're gonna put it to good use.
I already have, so
And so, Doctor, something that you've noticed on this this officer standing before you, he's, Andorian with blue skin, the antennas and everything. He's missing one of his antenna.
And it's replaced with a robotic antenna.
Yeah, it's got a little cybernetic to it.
You're cybernetic. What can you tell me about it?
So, back at the Academy during the Dominion War, when Starfleet headquarters was attacked by the Breen, I unfortunately was hit by a plasma discharge while I was flying a shuttle, and when I crashed, my antenna took a massive hit, and it destroyed the parts of the my biology that allowed the antenna to grow back. And so, a family friend of mine, is a cyberneticist, and he created this antenna for me. And what it allows me to do, along with the natural abilities of an antenna, it allows me to interface with computers wirelessly, and so that helps me pilot the ship much more effectively. And it just allows me to interface with the computer systems and whatnot.
It sounds really handy. Are there any risks involved with it that I should be aware of?
My brain can melt. Hasn't happened yet, though.
Doctor,
Wonderful.
You get the impression that he's slightly exaggerating there, but only so much.
It doesn't literally melt, but my neurons will fry if I push myself a little too hard. All right. So reach in one of the drawers and pick out that weird stimulator thing and hand it to her. So here's the device I was talking about.
All right. If your brain never happens to melt, I'll be sure to use this on you, and hopefully, you won't be dead.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
It's my
one more
job.
thing. I should probably give you this. I reach under the desk and pull out a bottle of blood wine and put it on the counter.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is for you, Doctor. 2309, a very good year. Welcome aboard. And I walk
Thank
out.
you.
Oh, so that was probably a bottle of blood wine. Oh, yeah, because didn't Blackwell leave behind a bottle of blood wine? Wasn't that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah, so that's the bottle of blood wine that was left for the next doctor.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I don't know how much she drinks, so she'll probably just admire it for a second, then put it away, and then start getting yourself settled.
Yeah, so I assume you're gonna go into your like little office area.
Mhm.
She's gonna get along great on this ship.
Yeah.
Not drinking.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh man. So, what are you gonna look at into in your little office area?
What catches my eye?
Well, it's a computer terminal, and there are a lot of elements of it that are still set up from when the previous Doctor Samson Blackwell was serving aboard the ship, because his transfer kind of came rather abruptly in the middle of shore leave for him. There are some things that have updated because they knew they were getting a new medical officer, but given that this is a medical terminal and that there's a lot of finicky stuff that you're not allowed to touch unless you're the chief medical officer, there are a few things that are left be. And one of those, actually, is a standing message that also appears for you once you put in your codes instructing you to be the new CMO of the vessel, and I'm about to send it to you.
Oh, thanks.
It's I'd suggest reading this while I am in the middle of I'm about to switch back over to everyone on the bridge.
Cool thing.
I'm about to send you a text wall.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh. I'm ready. Promotion.
psychoanalyses for everyone.
Yeah. Next one. And the last one.
I'm going to pretend I know what those acronyms mean.
LTCDR is Lieutenant Commander.
I was just making a joke, I know.
Oh. Damn, she got you.
Sorry.
Got him.
Get wrecked.
A new.
Got him. That was
All right.
So is there anything else? So I'm gonna hop over to the bridge. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before you? I assume you're going to start right at section 20.
Section 20, where we were told, yeah.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna start us off. I'm gonna say with an extended task to get you guys out there.
Actually, let's make that section 31.
Haha.
Right, let's go. Extended task. What's it gonna be?
This is just gonna be for the Zonin. It is going to
Ship's
be.
got to roll as well.
Yep. Control con. I'm gonna say, difficulty 3, magnitude 2. Work track of 10, assisted by the ship's engines con.
Okay, take yourself some threat, please, if you will.
And your improved reaction control systems bring the difficulty back down to 2.
Okay.
Take some threat because you didn't take threat at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. And we're back up to 6 players, so I have 12 of it.
Okay, doing engines con. Go ahead. To zone roll when you're ready. Okay.
And the ship. But you
Dang
can
it.
re-roll the ship because
I can indeed re-roll the ship. Nothing.
nothing doing. You can keep trying. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead. Control con. Give it to me again.
so far it's just pretty slow. Not making a ton of progress.
There we
Okay,
go.
And the ship.
That's a moment.
That's a momentum.
Okay, we got to roll challenge dice now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not mistaken, he rolls 7 challenge dice. Is that?
It depends on his score.
6, because it's 2 plus your discipline.
Okay, 2 plus discipline. Okay, so go ahead, roll 6 dice to Zonin. Remember, press enter when you.
Damn it.
I'm gonna give you that momentum to reroll those 4 dice.
Wow, that was a whiff.
That's a shitty roll, yeah.
I was taking a little too much blood wine before. No.
Well,
Well,
actually,
you're not any better.
Well, that's enough to get a breakthrough.
Okay.
So now
Good
the
enough.
task is only difficulty 1.
Guys, my brain is melting.
Go ahead, give it to me. Give it to me again. Give me control con again, Joel, please.
Oh, control con. Bu-ba-da-ba-da.
And the ship.
We got it.
Reroll the ship. Nope.
We got it.
Oh yes.
Uh,
because it was
Yeah,
only
we got it
difficulty 1.
because difficulty 1 now. So go ahead, roll 6 more challenge dice.
It's okay. Get your bad rolls out of the way first,
Exactly. There we go.
and that'll do it.
Yeah.
So yes, you
Wow.
you make it in. It took a while, but you guys have managed to make it. You guys have managed to make it out to the section 20 of the Grigger Field, and I'm gonna put us on this map.
So
So
is this map?
The debris field, I presume.
That's
yes.
just a bunch of dirt.
Well, that's what your sensors are picking up. A lot of little bits and bobs of random crap. Now, the trick here is, you can try to move through the debris field and find things. Now, you can choose to either, move forward or hold your position and try to do something like scan the area you're in, or scan an area like squares in front of you or beside you. The difficulty goes up by 1 for each, additional square you're trying to scan.
Oh dear. Okay. From our position, can we scan the entire field though?
No. It's like if you wanted to scan. Let me.
Yeah, could you give me a drawing or something?
For instance, if you wanted to scan this area right here, that'd be difficulty. It's difficulty 1 to scan the area that you're in. So this would be difficulty 2, difficulty 3, difficulty 4, difficulty difficulty 2.
Are you doing something on the map? Because I don't see any.
Yeah, we can't see that.
I'm on the GM layer.
Uh,
Oh, I thought I was just blind.
No. So
I wasn't paying attention.
so difficulty 2. So this would be difficulty 1.
okay.
That'd be difficulty 2, 3, and so on.
And so on and so forth.
This is
okay.
2, 3, and so on.
All right.
So yeah,
Lieutenant Ragon, turn on the sensors. Let's begin scanning in front of ourselves.
Okay, how many spaces out are you going to
Just
reach?
just the one space.
Just the one space. So that'll be Reason Science, difficulty 2, brought down by the ship's advanced sensors. Did I say Reason Science?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Insight
Control
Science.
science?
Insight
Insight.
Science. Insight
Okay,
Science.
Ragon, you here? Inside science, buddy.
Yes, sorry.
Dead.
No, Rugan is here, sorry.
It's
Yep.
all right. Give me an inside science assisted by the ship's computer sensors.
Yes, sir, can do.
Or sensor science, sorry.
momentum time.
Momentum time.
Aye, sir.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's two moment.
Oh, so yes, that's an additional thing, Doctor. When you were on the bridge, you didn't say a word to him, but you did notice that there was a Klingon on the bridge, wearing the traditional, not traditional Klingons. He's wearing the standard Starfleet science blue.
Oh my.
That's something interesting to know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you scan the region in front of you, and there's nothing there. There are little bits and pieces of metal, but as long as you're slow and you take your time, it'll you don't have to make any kind of check to traverse into that space.
Okay.
It's just
Lieutenant is move us 3 spaces forward, right around here where I'm pinging.
right there.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Ray shields.
Yeah, because you're gonna have
Yellow alert.
Yeah, you're gonna have to raise your shields in order to do this anyway. So
Was that difficulty 4?
Nope, because you guys luckily let me see it. Objects and tokens. Right here. Yeah, your deflector screens managed to push away the debris with very little problem.
Very well.
But you don't really have an idea of what's in your air, what is around the ship, what's in nearby space. Oh, let me see. What do I have this set as? Perfect.
Okay. Lieutenant Rugan, scan the field ahead of us.
Aye,
That should
sir.
be the dead center of the field, if I'm not mistaken. Give me another one of those same rolls, buddy.
Yep.
Say rolls inside signs can do.
We got it, I think, because it's only difficulty 1.
Yep. So just barely you got it. You're not picking up You're not picking up a lot there, but you're picking up what seems to be the edge of maybe a slightly larger vein of debris, maybe some small cluster of satellites at the edge of that square.
Leading into which square, could you tell me?
Do you have a momentum?
We do indeed.
Okay, I
Here
will.
you go.
Leading into this square.
All right, Lieutenant Zonin, full speed ahead. Deflector shields up towards that square.
Okay.
That square. Aye, sir.
So, coming up to this square here will not require a check. Moving into this square here, however, will. As I am about to reveal this.
Oh no. Mines.
Those are mines. That's just more debris.
Larger. As appearing on the screen, you see what appear to be a number of very small, very badly damaged satellites.
Spiky debris.
What kind of check is it?
Out.
Yeah, the things that are poking off the prongs of them appear to be rather oversized communications spikes. So you're gonna just move into this area here?
Let's move into this area here.
Okay. Control Con, difficulty 2. Assisted by the ship's engines con. Difficulty is brought down to 1 by your advanced reaction control systems.
Oh, we already got it, but we would not have made this roll because engines con is 11 and we got a 13, so we would not have made this roll, but we got a 1, which is enough.
Yeah, but you can re-roll that.
Oh, sure. Let me just set the right dice then. Oh, thank you.
Why did I let you make that roll? So
Thank you.
So, moi. That's you're welcome.
Okay, so we're in this field now, are we?
Yep.
Senator Rugan, could you turn on the sensors and give me some
Sure,
detailed analysis of this of these satellites? To
Okay.
the point where Rugan says, "Yes, I can, Captain. Of course, I can do anything, Captain."
Insight engineering. Difficulty 2. Assisted by the ship's sensors engineering.
Rugan, you here?
I told you he's dead.
Okay, I'd like Valok to make that roll then, if possible.
Very well.
Insight engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors engineer. Go ahead.
Yep, 1 sec.
Do you need a momentum?
I was just looking to see if I had a focus that might help. Not really, no.
You want it?
No, should be good. My engineering score is pretty great.
All right. Okay, did we get it?
Because I said it was difficulty 2.
Yes, we got it then.
So, okay, yeah, you did get it. Basically, from what you can gather, these are communication satellites, part of some long-forgotten communications network. But given that there are no signals passing through these things, they're basically little more than glorified pieces of junk.
Okay. Commander, what can you tell me?
It's garbage, Captain. No.
But even garbage has a purpose, Commander. Do you think these satellites were obviously part of something larger? Do you think there might be a control board somewhere out there? Or a central unit?
I'm assuming that's going to be a momentum spend for a question.
What was the question?
Is there a control unit out there somewhere, or a motherboard, or a black box, or something for these satellites?
Momentum
Can
spend.
we healthily assume, at least?
Yeah, with the momentum spend, nothing really like that. These are all peripheries.
Okay.
You know, they're supposed to communicate with some larger, maybe even ground-based network.
Very well. Lieutenant Rugan,
Aye, sir.
are you scan the field, this grid directly 2 fields ahead of us, if you will.
Aye, sir. At once.
Okay.
Give me the same roll.
Mm-hmm.
Inside science, sensor science. I can re-roll that.
So actually, to scan 2 grids ahead of you makes it difficulty 3.
Right, difficulty 2. Can we try it again?
I'm gonna spend 2 threat and say no. You're having trouble. The sensors are having trouble piercing through the debris field. Whatever the composition of the debris is in that direction, it's playing with the sensors a bit.
Very well. Lieutenant Zone, move us 1 grid square up, if you will, and we'll try and circumvent this field.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make that same control con check to slip out of this area.
Was it difficulty 1 or 2?
It was 2, because it was 3, brought down to 2 by our improved reaction controls. Take a momentum, I was just about to say, so could you please roll another die?
Oof. Oh, but you can, I was gonna say, but you can...
I don't think he can reroll that. He's got, but we definitely...
Bold.
Yeah, he's got bold. We can't reroll that. So, we got a momentum back.
I will just take the threat.
No, you won't, because I'm giving you 2 momentum to completely ignore that.
Okay, you're giving me 2 momentum to completely ignore that. Fine.
Works for me.
Fine, then. Be like that.
Yeah, be like that.
Okay. Now, anything else you want to do here, or?
You.
That's it.
Right.
We just
All right, then let's
continue
move,
along with our scans.
Where? In which direction, Commander?
Perhaps where we were having difficulty before, sir.
Very well. Let's see if we can scan the area again, Lieutenant Rugan. That grid square.
You gotta. It's gotta be along the
Oh, along one of the lines. Okay.
along one of the
Lieutenant
lines.
Zonin, could you move us to the grid square right here next door?
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that, no problem.
Woohoo!
Okay, cool. Can we? Okay, I see you've already rolled. Good. Let me roll it. Sensors, science. Bam, there you go. We
Nice.
generate a 2.
Yes, 2 momentum. There is nothing there.
Epic. All right, we're gonna keep pressing forward then, boys. Lieutenant Zonin, and get us 2 fields ahead, if you.
Okay.
We are literally
You
sifting
did not.
through trash.
Well,
You
actually,
didn't need to check.
didn't need a check.
Oh, okay.
Well, what I am gonna have you do now, though, is I need you to give me a daring con check. Difficulty 2.
Assisted by the ship's engines gone.
Yep.
I died.
Give me a second. We might be able to salvage this. Engines calm. Okay. We generate a momentum. You're gonna take another 2 to completely ignore that complication.
As a large piece of debris, probably a piece of a starship hull, bounces harmlessly off of your deflector screens and slowly sails off into the debris field behind you.
Interesting. Commander Vlog, come in.
I'm there, sir.
Oh. we're all in astro. We're all in the stellar cartography, just looking at the grid square, right? Okay, I can work with that. Did you see that, Commander?
You're killing our doctor.
Indeed. Indeed, sir.
Well,
Perhaps we can get
it must have come off as something larger. Do you think?
it is possible.
Do you think there might be a space Hulk in this field?
I suppose so, sir. There are a variety of things so far.
Based on the trajectory of this deflector dish, do you think you could calculate its previous movement? Maybe we can determine where it came from.
That would actually be something more along the line of Zonin's skill set, sir.
Lieutenant Zonin,
Yes.
could you do that?
Yes.
Well, get on it, man.
What am I rolling? Just gonna, nudge Valak and go, I wasn't paying attention. What does he want?
He wanted you to calculate the direction that piece of metal was traveling in.
Oh, okay.
More where it possibly came from.
Based on its trajectory.
I'm gonna button mash my panel and hope, something works. I got the trajectory, sir. It came from
So this will be
over there.
So this will be Reason Con. I'm gonna say difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's computers con.
Can I give you
I'll give you that momentum.
dice?
So you'll
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that momentum. There you go. It's all yours.
Actually, no. He should take threat. That way you can use bold.
Oh, right, because he's got bold con. Sure. Okay, Grennan, take a threat.
I will gladly take a threat.
And boop.
Assisted by the ships. What did you say, Grennan?
Computers con.
Computers con. I can re-roll that.
Yep.
Bam. We got it. We got that momentum.
Okay, you got a
A
momentum.
lot.
So, what you're able to determine is that this probably came off of a piece of a larger vessel a while ago, and was probably traveling at about the same, slowly lost a little bit of speed, but was traveling in the same direction as it. And at the time that, it hit you, it was traveling in this direction.
Oh, none of our concern is what you're trying to tell us. That's okay.
Well, no. That's
Starship
not.
to PAL.
That's not what I'm telling you.
Oh, you're just telling us it came from over yonder.
I'm telling you, this is the direction it was traveling in, meaning that it probably came off of something that was also traveling in this direction.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Lieutenant Rugan, could you scan this field right over here? The grid square.
Aye, sir, right away.
Okay.
Doing a scan.
Doing a scan.
Doing a
That'll
scan.
be insight science. Oof.
Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me.
Yeah,
But
don't
the
even roll the
ship-
ship because that
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Dear
you
me.
guys have no idea what's off in that direction.
Let's move in there anyway. Lieutenant Zonin, full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
Okay. You guys managed to hang on. This one. You guys managed to pull over here, and there's nothing in this little area.
Oh.
In fact, the debris field in this particular spot seems to be thinning.
One last try. Lieutenant Rugan, scan this field. Peripheral field right here.
Peripherally.
Whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Sensors. Science.
Okay.
Well, we get a moment.
You get a momentum, and there's even less there.
That's just classic, isn't it? All right. Lieutenant Rugan, give me another scan right here. In this grid. Right here.
Right.
Right in that grid. This
Right in that
far.
grid.
No farther.
Okay.
That's
You
a difficulty.
gotta hope the sensors give you something.
That's a difficulty too, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we got it.
Okay. But no momentum. What you figure is that. Hang on, I think. There are a couple pieces of space junk over there, but they don't appear to be moving at all. They just appear to be. They just appear to be floating dead in space. They're just slightly larger than normal pieces.
All right. Move us in there, Lieutenant Zonin.
Put us in there.
Okay, this will be a control con difficulty 1 because you knew it was there.
Go ahead. Assisted by the ship's engines con. We generate a momentum.
You're good.
Okay. Once more, Lieutenant Rugan, scan 2 fields in front of us.
Aye, sir, right away.
So that'll be difficulty 2 then.
Mm-hmm. Do you want that momentum, bro? No,
Doesn't-
you don't.
doesn't even-
No, thank you, Captain.
Oh, yes.
And you're capped.
And we're capped.
Okay.
In fact, here, you have some.
Okay, so there's another little piece of metal from this particular bit of debris. What you could probably guess is that this was probably a ship maybe the size of one of your shuttlecraft that was completely blown apart.
Okay.
It's completely useless to you now, but that's probably what this little bunch of things was.
Okay, here's a momentum for an extra question, if I can. Do our sensors detect any sort of radiation, tetrium particles, la-di-da-di-da, whatever you want, you know? Do we detect anything, like a
anything-
scent?
Anything like that is probably long since dissipated.
Long since dissipated. Okay.
I mean, this thing is barely even recognizable as, like, you know, you can't even really recognize what function these parts might have taken. It's just a bunch of junk that probably used to be something.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a look at the pad. What is the next debris field on this list?
What?
You know, there are multiple debris fields in this massive sector, right? This is sector 20. What is the next sector?
I mean, sector 21, but I will give you the definite hint of the plot is contained here in sector 20. So unless you want
Dang
to,
it! I was just about to hightail it out of here.
So unless you want to end the episode.
Sounds good. See you guys.
Bye
GG.
All
I don't know.
right.
There may be something on Rise Up. We should check it out. Just
Oh god. Oh god. No.
Lieutenant Zonin, move us towards this grid square.
Yes, sir. That quick and square.
Okay.
We'll use the old Mark 1 eyeball and everything that we can.
Thrusters only.
Okay. Give me a Daring Con difficulty 1.
Difficulty what?
Difficulty
One.
1. Assisted by the ship's engine.
Ship's engine con, yeah, I know. Re-rolling. There we go. 2.
Hey, we won.
But we're already capped, so I'd like to use those 2 momentum to create an advantage for our next con roll, if possible. Because
sure.
our con officer is so good that he just knows this place inside.
He's starting to really get the a feel for
I was
this.
born here.
Oh, actually, I misspoke. This is actually a slightly more difficult check than I thought, but you made it. You made it, but you only get 1 momentum out of it.
Can we still create an advantage with the 1 momentum?
You need 2 momentum to make an advantage.
Then take another one.
That's fine.
Just
And
let the man take an advantage.
so that's there. And
Woo! Asteroids.
yep, a lot of bits of space rock right in front of you. You could try to go through it, but Zonin managed to pull you guys to full stop just in time to not smash your face against the rock.
That's good.
Lieutenant, do you think we stand a chance against those rocks?
You know, it would hurt, but I don't think we'd cause a warp core breach.
Oh, this
Very
is
well.
so-
Shields up. Bring us through there.
Oh my god, this
We'll
is
be
this
moving over
is so
to.
funny.
This is so. She said this is so funny.
This is so funny.
We'll be moving over to this sector.
Okay, control
Needed
con.
us through.
Control con difficulty 3.
Difficulty 2 because we have an advantage. Lowered down to difficulty 1 because we have improved reaction control.
I hate all of you.
Aha!
Should I
And
roll
take
another
another,
dice?
take another momentum, yeah, just because you
Hell yeah.
can, you know.
Fuck.
You guys,
That's okay.
you guys got greedy.
That's okay. We made the check anyway. We'll make this go away. Don't you worry. There we go. We got a momentum. And I'm gonna give Grennan 2 instantly. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're through that little asteroid cloud.
We got it. Good. Lieutenant Rugan, scan this sector right here. All right, let me roll it as well because I think we got it. Everything else is just momentum. Sensor side. Yay, 1 momentum.
Yep.
We're getting back out there.
Nothing there. It's clear.
Hells yeah,
space.
brother man.
We're gonna do the same thing right above us.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rugan.
I think he might have dropped.
Rugan, baby.
up a second, Commander.
He's just lovesick, guys. Come on. Cut him some slack.
The tales of the USS Hadfield and the Klingon woman. I'll never forget.
Oh god.
Oh, fun time.
You all had absolutely abysmal luck.
Do I even want to ask?
So just roll.
Yes.
Maybe some other time.
Every single one of them tried to hit on a Klingon scientist. She slapped the shit out of each and every one of them.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
There we go. We capped out our momentum. What's in the field right above?
Other than the edge of that little asteroid strip you found, a big fat nothing.
That's
Deary
not
me.
nice.
Deary me. Where to go?
Over there.
Over where, Lieutenant?
Underwear.
Oh god.
Wow, you think you're so funny? I'm going to court-martial your ass. I swear to God.
Let me actually do something because I want to sort of mark where you guys have been.
I am so going to court-martial your ass.
Because I think you did this, then you did this, then you did this, then you did this. So
Yep.
that's where you guys have explored.
Right, let's go. Well, there's nothing dead center actually. We've been there, sadly. So, let's go. Let's go here.
Okay, so
You scanned there. There's nothing there. So,
but it's just your next step.
of course, Lieutenant Rugal, I want you to scan the following grid squares. This one, and then after this, this one.
Okay. You know, I can make that one check for you. It'll just be difficulty 2.
Okay, go ahead, Rugal.
Alright, back.
Go ahead, Rugal, my sensor jockey.
Aye, sir.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, ship's not gonna save you here, buddy. Take.
It might.
It
No,
doesn't
because
matter.
I can't. Yeah, I can't roll the ship because if you got no successes, then. So I gave
the
you
ship
2
got
momentum to ignore that.
So, here's what I'm gonna make that complication.
I
unless
gave you 2 momentum to ignore it.
Never mind. You ignored it. As far as you can tell, there's nothing there.
All right. You know what? This little yellow spot here looks very curious. Lieutenant Zonin, get us over.
Okay.
Very curious indeed, sir.
What's the route you're gonna take to get there?
And let me draw it out for you like this, and
Okay.
then right.
Okay, so you're gonna do not that. You're gonna
Diagonal right.
You're gonna do this L. Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Nothing there. You're still good.
Of course. So classic.
I can't believe this.
Shouldn't we go to the center? Wouldn't that be the most
Oh,
logical
we
place
already
we're supposed to
scanned.
be?
We already scanned the dead center, though. There
Yeah,
wasn't
but we
anything
haven't
there.
been there physically.
I suppose
Dude,
so. Fine.
You
Lieutenant
let her roast
Zonin.
you.
Lieutenant Zonin, bring us dead center. Avoid the asteroid field.
What's the route you're taking?
So, through here, upwards, left.
Okay. So.
I don't want to be roasted by my medical officer again.
Yeah, because that's what the old medical officer used
Yeah,
to do.
Dr. Blackwell just roasted me, man.
Okay.
All the time.
This is abuse.
Well, it's not like you're drinking or gambling, Gavin Cause.
Okay. In that case, let me see. I want.
It that way.
Hang on. I want. Who's it? I want Tizonin to make me a daring con difficulty 2 check.
There
Take a threat. Take a threat, Graham.
I will take a threat, and I will immediately throw it and 1 threat back at you to increase the complication range by 1.
Oh, dear me. Okay, Tizonin, you can re-roll one of those.
But I didn't increase the complication range by 1.
You would have gotten the first one anyway, but the second ones, they're natural 19s, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, those are.
Okay, we made the check. Now let the ship roll. Engine on. Let's see if we can score a momentum. I can totally reroll.
Yeah.
Bam.
You do score.
And you're gonna take 2 momentum to totally ignore that one we didn't reroll.
Okay, that's fine by me. So for you guys, a number of large it's not so much that these are particularly interesting pieces. It's just some very large pieces of debris that you guys have to thread, and because you kind of just went into it without looking.
I don't know.
No, screw it. We're here now.
Yep.
So uninteresting pieces, you said?
Yeah,
Ryan?
rather they're large but uninteresting.
Okay. Bring us over to the left then, Lieutenant Zone, right here to this group.
Okay, and I gotta move myself to the proper layer. Yep, you make it no problem.
Okay, Lieutenant Rugan, scan this grid square. We got this.
Aye, sir, right away. 15 times the charm.
We got this. It's all a power play to get more momentum. I know what I'm doing.
Oh,
So-
totally.
So good.
I'm not lost. You're lost.
I definitely feel like I'm in good hands right now.
Are we lost in space?
Totally.
Yeah.
Rugan?
I'm telling you, we should have just asked for directions at that last nebula.
Yeah,
Oh my
you should have asked for directions at that last nebula. They had
Lost. There's a
coffee.
giant orange.
There you go,
light
Grennan.
right
I want info on this zone and this zone because we succeeded at difficulty teaching.
Nothing in those zones.
Obviously.
The ozone.
Obviously.
So are you gonna
All
move into one of them, or?
Yeah, we're gonna move straight ahead and then one more straight ahead.
Okay. You're just gonna move right into it?
Just move right into it, yeah.
Alrighty. Yes, you just move right into it. Let me roll this.
One day we will find that cheese. I swear.
One day.
You will find that what?
The cheese.
The cheese.
What's the cheese?
I don't.
It's the cheese,
Oh.
man.
We're rats in a maze.
What?
We're rats in a
that
maze
didn't-
right now.
That didn't work.
Oh.
There we go. And your shield soaks 3 of it, so your shields take A damage as you didn't see it until just the last moment, but it looks like you've stumbled upon some kind of maybe primitive firing platform. That
Finally, what we've been looking for.
that immediately
Cannon online.
that immediately locks in on you guys and fires off a round before it fizzes and falls silent. Your shield.
Chief Kiji,
Yes, sir.
can we launch an EMP and stop that thing?
It's already
Only if the
stopped.
profits are with us.
It's already stopped. Okay.
It has already stopped. It's one of those. It fired its last volley and now it's totally done.
Chief
The
Kiji, give
profits are with
me a
us.
scan. I'll say it again. Chief Kiji, give me a scan.
Yes, sir.
Insights. Okay. Insight security difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors. Sensors engineering. I think I'll make this one.
Let's see here. Insight, security. Put my complications back to 1. Go.
There we go. All done.
So yeah, that's enough. Just barely.
Of course it is.
Yeah, this.
I did it.
This looks like it probably. This looks like it's probably it came off the bottom of something.
Came off the bottom of probably his shoes, sir.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. No, sorry, Chief. What was that?
It came off the bottom of something. Who knows what?
I see.
Probably a shoe.
Because it looks like it could possibly be like a rear-mounted turret. There are some older Federation starship designs that had similar design philosophies.
Oh boy.
How did it get all the way over here?
Well, it's not a
Nice.
it's not a Federation thing. It's I'm saying.
Oh, it's something like a Federation thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else here for us to explore?
Nothing in this square.
We're gone. Scan the square next to us. Generate more momentum. Now I'll mark the route where we've been.
Generating that dank momentum.
There's nothing there. That's why the X is there. Rugan, wake up.
Aye, sir. One more time, sir.
And it's sensor science.
This time's
Yeah,
the charm.
Keep saying that. It's not gonna
We'll
happen.
get it. This is a power play to generate momentum. See, guys? See, guys? We generated 3 momentum.
Your captain.
Not gonna lie, this is the single game that I have rolled more than any other.
Okay,
Calm
so
down, sir. Calm down.
so guys, here is
Yes?
why I found that all so funny. Hang on.
Because it was right there.
You're picking up a ship.
Uh-oh.
What? What?
Lieutenant Rugan, what do you see? Guys, stop laughing. We're being serious here, for Christ's sake.
That funny. I just laughed.
Wow. So
For crying out loud.
okay.
What do you see over there, Shaggy?
Oh,
God.
Okay, what do we got?
Rugan, you heard what I just said, right? Over all that laughing.
Rugan, my darling, wake up.
You there, bud?
Apologies, sir. My thing was not working correctly. I was in fact listening over the laughter, however my push to talk was not functioning correctly.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
So, what do you see, Lieutenant?
Unfortunate. Oh, there we go.
Pork.
God damn it, Lieutenant, don't ignore me like this. Don't roast me like this.
Don't roast me like this. Not that tasty.
No, okay, you know what? We're just
Sorry.
gonna move in.
Captain,
Lieutenant Tizona.
there does in fact appear to be a ship ahead.
Excellent. Lieutenant Tizona, move us in. Yellow alert. Shields up. Chief, be ready on the weapons.
Doing a thing.
Okay. So you guys bring yourself in closer, and I'll move this to the back so that it's under you guys. You can see from looking at it, it's sort of this U-shaped deal, but it appears to be completely powered down. It's floating there. It's got, there are a number of flecks of rust along the outsides. There are holes in the hull in places, and above all, you all get the feeling that this thing has been sitting here for a long time.
So everyone, look for a plaque that says Ishimura.
Ishimura.
Lieutenant Rugan, can you read any nameplates off this thing? Any sort of registration number or anything?
Can I?
None that you can see. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
No, sir.
Alright.
There don't appear to be any outward markings.
Very well. Could you give me a detailed scan of the ship and maybe let the computer formulate a blueprint of the insides?
Aye, sir, at once.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me a control science assisted by the ship's sensor science.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 3 brought down to 2.
Oh, you better hope these sensors give me something, Rugan. I was gonna give you momentum. There you go. Oh my god.
Okay, and you got it. Yeah, it appears to you that this, whatever this ship is, only has 2, albeit very large rooms. They're very narrow.
Interesting. Captain, the interior seems to be composed solely of 2 large chambers.
Excellent. That will take us less time to search through then. Chief Kiji,
Yes, sir.
we'll be mounting an expedition over on the old ship. Bring along the new doctor and Commander Valak along with you, as well as Lieutenant Rugan and Lieutenant Tazur.
Of course, I just need to fetch my rifle, sir.
If it makes you happy, Chief, I'll allow it this time.
Okay.
I have
Time of
a
the day,
note
we
from my
find
doctor that
ourselves
says
in-
I'm allowed to have it at all times.
There's a note
Security.
from the doctor.
Did we even find any life forms on it?
I will let you spend a momentum to ask that question. Oh wait, you don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to because Rugan gets a free one.
Rugan gets a free one.
In fact, I think he gets a couple free ones.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I forget if he does or doesn't.
Just the one.
I am
probably.
unsure as to where that would come from, but I am all right with that.
I think you have intense scrutiny.
Ah, yes, I believe so.
I think intense scrutiny. No, it doesn't. That's there is a talent
Yeah,
that lets you get
kinda.
another free question. It's called like studious.
Yes,
That's
I
the one.
have studious.
Yeah. So you do get a free question though as science officer. And the answer is no. You're not detecting any life forms aboard.
There are no life forms aboard, Captain.
Big sad.
Very well, Chief. Mount an expedition, and do remember to bring your SIVA suit as well, and your rifle, obviously. And document everything you find in there. I'll be waiting for a report.
Yes, sir. As I go to my quarters to pick up my rifle.
Okay. You have to spend momentum to get that.
2 momentum, if I recall
Yep,
correctly.
so
Here you go.
Spend your 2 momentum, and you got your rifle.
Captain Jacoby to Commander Valak. Come in.
Again, I'm on the shop.
See, because you always say that you're in the engine room. I presume you're in the engine room. Never mind. Once the chief makes his way to his room, I'll just tell you, hey, can you keep an eye on him? Make sure he's okay.
He might be going crazy.
Of course, sir.
Very good. Go down to the transporter room now. Lieutenant Rugan, I need to speak with you as well.
Aye, sir.
Could you look after Commander Valak? He's also been through a lot. Just make sure he doesn't get himself into any trouble.
I will guard him with my life, sir.
Very good. Dismissed.
Are you gonna talk to the doctor now?
No, you guys can go to the transporter room. You're good.
Okay.
You're all clear.
So y'all head down to the transporter room.
Woohoo.
I'd actually like to talk to the captain for a second.
Nuts.
Sure. Okay. What can I do for you, Doctor?
So on the ship's computer, I found a report from the old doctor requesting psych evaluations for several of the crew, several of the officers of the crew, claiming many of them were mentally unstable.
Is there something you'd like to tell me, Doctor?
I just want to make sure that the ship is in good hands and that we're not going to have mental breakdowns cause the ship to fall apart.
I'd suggest you go to the transporter room and get ready for the OA mission now, Doctor. I think it's high time.
Yes, sir.
I believe Dr. Blackwell has been talking.
Dr. Blackwell is not here right.
I know, but he read the reports you left before. As I said, Dr. Blackwell was talking shit.
Just get to the transporter room, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
So I heard you was talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. So you head down to the transporter room, Doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the XO who first greeted you at the when you got on board the ship. Additionally, the officer who you saw behind the security terminal, he's a Bajoran. I know you know what they look like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the earrings and everything. You know their whole deal.
Your reins.
Yeah. And there is also a Klingon.
She's gonna offer a handshake to all of them and say, "I'm Dr. Maselli. I hope to work well with you."
Might not want to handshake with the Vulcan
I will not handshake the Vulcan.
because let's just say to the Vulcans, handshake means a
Yes.
Butt stuff.
I forgot.
Butt stuff?
I forgot he was a Vulcan.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's not what that means.
I wish it's what I meant.
God. I'm gonna
Go to default.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
So yeah, transporting, right?
We're making
Yeah,
agree before it's time.
Ensign Biss is on the transporter duty. You guys are good in
Ah, yes, of course.
But oh my
This is a mess.
I will court-martial somebody in this channel. I swear to.
Hang on a sec. Had to reload roll 20 because it was acting up on me.
just like us.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah.
You all are like the worst. So here's the
Welcome
question.
back.
So, who's leading the away team?
It is the chief, as usual.
Okay. In that case, Biss is going to look to you, and he's going to say, Chief, there are a couple potential beam-in locations. Which do you want? There's a larger chamber towards the back of the ship, and then there's another large chamber directly in front of it.
We'll do the one in front.
Okie doke. Just all of you get into position on the pads. Are you all wearing EV suits or not?
We did mention that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
I
you're all
did
wearing.
give them an order to wear EVA suits.
Yep. Okay, so you're all wearing the EVA suits, and
Sound effects really make the game come to life.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
And then
Now
Such a
remember,
jokes.
if we find some large space eggs, take off the helmet and look directly at them.
Stick your face in the space egg. You might just get a hug.
Oh no! Oh no! And where are they? Hold on, I'm gonna quickly swing you by the bridge real quick while I move things. And here we go.
Now,
The hell?
this is crazy.
It's got all the Greek letters on the walls.
Yeah, you see, you're in this room and you're sort of all standing around this pillar. All these inscriptions on the wall appear to be full. They're not like screens. These are things that are full on inscribed into the wall.
Does anyone recognize this language?
No. Let me take a quick tricorder scan though to see if the universal translator recognizes anything. Boop 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 boop.
Okay, give me an insight. Whoever's doing that, give me an insight science difficulty 2.
Science. Boop. Oh, you did it.
Nice.
Got it. doesn't match any known language currently in the Universal Translator. I mean, there are definitely things you could do to translate this language, but those are longer-term linguistics type deals.
Is there anything else interesting?
You want to look around to see if there's anything else in this room. Give me insight security.
All right.
I'll say difficulty 2 as well. And so hang on.
Yeah.
You know how to make a die roll, and you know how to.
Nope.
Okay, so.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're popping a cherry here. That's good.
No, this is fine. So the basic dice roll is you see where it says task roll on your character sheet?
All right. Open the character sheet. Task.
Yeah, it says it should be a number 1 to 1 or 1 through 5. The basic roll is 2.
I see.
Yeah, the basic roll. The basic roll is 2, and the basic complication range is 1. Now, if you want to roll more dice, you spend momentum or threat. And you have, and in this case, you want to set your roll to insight security.
Yep. Insight. Oh, security. All right. Where's the roll button?
It's right next to where it says task roll.
Oh.
The little Starfleet symbol. Nothing that you can see, Doc. Yeah, nothing you can see, Doctor.
Alright.
Anyone else want to check for things in this room?
I suppose I can check.
Yep, insight security, difficulty 2.
You know what? Here, take a momentum.
All right, so 3 dice.
3 dice.
Nice. You get that momentum back.
We get 2 of it back.
What? Oh,
actually.
you just rolled a nat 1. Yeah, you're right.
Nat 1.
Yeah, nat 1. Nice. Jueza, there's a skeleton.
How did you miss this skeleton? Seriously. What kind of doctor are you?
The doctor was looking on the other side of the room.
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the letters. There's a skeleton?
Yeah, there's a skeleton.
All right. What would I roll to examine the skeleton?
Okay. You walk over to the skeleton, and I want you to give me an insight medicine check. Difficulty of 3.
Would you like an extra die?
It might come in handy.
Yeah, and I think you have cautious medicine, so that's...
Yes.
This is what you do.
Yep, so yeah, go ahead and roll 3 instead of 2.
And you have... I will say your xenobiology focus comes into play.
But, alright. So, how do you add an extra die, and what do focuses do again? Sorry.
It's... you see how it says focus used no or yes?
Yes, gotcha.
In this case, you set it to yes, and it will take that into account when making your roll. It increases your critical success range.
Right. And then how do you add a die?
You just change the number on the task roll.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So
Oh,
you're rolling 3 dice
Three.
instead of 2.
I just hit 4. My bad.
Yep. So...
Would you like me to reroll? Or just cancel?
Well, here's the thing. Because you have cautious medicine, I will count that 2 that you rolled as your reroll of that 0.
Alright,
And be nice to you.
Why,
Sorry.
thank you.
So...
yeah, thanks.
So you gain a momentum.
Cool.
So, from what you can tell, they're rather big, stocky creatures. These things probably had a lot of musculature when they were still alive. The most interesting thing to you, though, about this thing, it's because it's a bipedal, two-armed species, with very long, thin fingers and long, slender toes. But the thing that's interesting is its skull.
What about skull?
It's It's sort of gaunt but rounded at the top. And the eye sockets are small, very small.
Huh. I honestly have no idea what to make of this. I've never seen anything like it before.
It is absolutely a fascinating specimen.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it's it's desiccated, so all you have to go on is the skeleton.
All right.
But there's one other thing I'll give you. You're detecting something inside of that skull. A very faint energy signal. A very faint signature of some kind.
Hey, guys, there's something inside the skull. And should we break it open?
Well, a lot of
Let's-
things
yes.
tend to have things inside their skulls.
Let's attempt to scan it first.
That was the scan.
Oh.
To even
Well, then-
get that there was something in there in the first place.
Well, let's
How
carefully examine it.
How strong does the skeleton? Like, if I picked up the skull, would it break?
You could make preparations to have the skeleton brought back aboard the Hadfield if you wanted.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll just do that.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Very well. I will inform the captain. Perhaps we can. I'll attempt to return this to the ship, and the rest of you go on.
Mhm.
All right.
So Valak's gonna stay with it.
Yeah, I'm talking to the captain
Oh.
while they
Oh.
move on. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna move. So the rest of you are gonna move on to the next room.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, technically it's up to Kiji, but
Yeah, we can move on. I think we've gotten everything out of this room.
So you walk to the door and it doesn't open.
Well, guys, time to go home.
I'm basically just gonna give a quick message. Balak to Hadfield.
Go ahead.
We have found a foreign skeleton here with a possible energy signature within the skull. Our new CMO would like to beam it aboard.
Very well. I'll make the preparations.
Very good.
And they'll beam it into medical quarantine so that it doesn't get contaminated.
Yep. And then I'll rejoin them at the door, apparently, because it's locked.
Okay, give me a control engineering or security difficulty 2, but I'm going to spend 2 threat to increase the complication range.
I'm going to give you 3 momentum to get yourself 2 additional dice. Whoever wants to roll this.
So I guess Kiji, what would your score be?
What were the 2 stats?
Control engineering or security.
12 and 4.
Oh, I guess mine with engineering will be 15. So, any focuses potentially, or
This is you trying to override this door's systems to force it to open.
yeah, we're
you're trying
picking
to
a lock.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kiji, do you have anything like security-wise that might work per focus?
No, not really.
All right then, I shall try it.
Less athletics.
Does anyone have a focus in property?
Focus on
The closest thing I would have would be computers, and that I don't know.
Now, could I go with like strong paw? My belief in the door will open.
I'm gonna say no. Nice try.
All right, very well. I shall just attempt to force it over.
Was that enough?
I cannot quite see it yet. Mine takes a little bit.
What did I say the difficulty was? 2?
They said 4.
I did not say. I don't think I said.
Oh
4.
no, I have 4 dice because we spent momentum. But yeah, you did say 2.
Yeah, I think I said 2. So
I thought
you
you
do
said-
succeed.
All right, whatever.
What do we see through the door?
Okay, so you walk through the door and you appear to be in what you can best describe as some kind of engine room.
Hmm.
And actually, yep, you guys keep going. So yeah, you're in some sort of engine room.
Any more bodies?
You want to give me a, check?
Sure.
Give me that sweet insight security. Same difficulty as last time, so difficulty 2.
Yeah, I failed
Nope.
to find any dead bodies.
Any of you guys want to do an insight security check?
I mean, I'm pretty bad at it, but I'll do it if no one else.
Everyone can give it a try.
What?
Go on, guys. Roll inside security.
What about you, Rugan?
I will do that now, Captain.
And I'd just like to point out that while all this is going on, Kiji has his rifle up at the ready, and you see him really clinging onto it with like dear life,
Ooh, nice, Rugan. So,
I rolled something decent.
so the rest of you guys are sort of walking around looking at this big thing in the center, and Rugan, you spotted along the edge of one of these walkways along the top, you see a box.
Maybe a
What's in the
black
box? Hey, that's racist.
How hard would it be to get up to the box?
You're on the level with it. It's just all of you guys were looking down at where this big core thing is. That none of you guys noticed the box.
So I could just walk over and open it right now.
Well, you could try.
All right, I'll do that.
You can't even find where this box opens.
All right, maybe someone else can.
Good try, Pando.
I have an idea. I'm gonna walk over it and try to interface with it.
Oh boy.
All right, that sounds like a very quick way to melt your brain.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat here.
Does that mean it's gonna work?
You just tell yourself that. You take 4 stress.
Damn it.
As this powerful screeching noise rings out in your ears, and just, ow, you have a headache.
Woo!
And what have we learned about poking random boxes?
Listen, boss, it had to be done.
Point conceded.
I'll attempt to scan it.
Finally, a sensible person.
I thought we already did that.
So give
No, we did not.
So give me so are you okay, give me insight engineering. Yeah, are you just trying to figure out how the box works or what's in the box?
What's in
just
the
a
box?
general scan.
Okay, so insight engineering, I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
Okay, and can we spend a momentum for another die?
Go for it.
I'll give it to you, yeah.
Did it not go through?
Yeah, that went through. You got it.
And then some. How much did we
All right.
generate?
I said it was difficulty 3,
Oh, we
Yeah.
generate
so you generate a momentum.
So we get the momentum back.
Yeah, nat 1. Nice. This thing seems to have a very intricate locking mechanism in it. You could open it up. It would just take you time. And would probably be better served with a team of engineers around you.
Seems there's an intricate locking mechanism on this. We should best bring this aboard the Hatfield as well.
Okay, I just cut it open with my phaser.
No. In fact, I'll let you know this for free. The box seems to be made up of some kind of alloy, and part of that alloy is neutronium.
Jesus.
And if you know what that is, then
Yeah, that's a pretty
It's what the
dense box
Doomsday.
there.
It's what the Doomsday machine was made out of, wasn't it?
yep. So this isn't made of neutronium, but it's made of an alloy that uses a bit of it in it. So that gives you a sense of the kind of, we don't want you getting into this unless you know how-ness of this box.
So yeah, let's bring it aboard and try and break in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If no one else will, can I investigate the propulsion core thing in the center?
Sure. Give me an insight engineering difficulty 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the 2 threat. You have no idea. This is something that's, I mean, yeah, you know a bit about archaeology and you've helped out on some archaeological sites, Doctor, but and you know a thing or two about engineering, but ships' propulsion systems are out of your wheelhouse. You have no idea.
I got nothing.
But I was definitely also going to be taking a look at that, but then we found a box. So how about we move on?
Okay.
Alright.
So is that all you guys want to do?
Well, yeah, I was gonna attempt to also
Oh,
check out the engines
Okay.
and
Insight,
then
insight engineering difficulty 2.
yeah, and I'll go ahead and give you a threat for an extra die.
I'll take it.
You can take a momentum, I mean.
But I think he wants to
Oh.
give me a threat, and I will take
That's
that
good.
threat.
I was gonna say I'll give him a threat, and then we can save the momentum for when we try and break into the locked box made of ridiculousness.
Gosh
Made
dang
of-
it, Pandora.
Made of unobtainium. You get a
Basically.
momentum.
And that's why.
So, it's not a 1-for-1, but this is a type of ship's propulsion system that you've seen about and you know the fundamentals of how it works, but you as a Starfleet officer don't get to see them very often because they are usually busy powering the insides of Romulan warbirds.
How much did we generate momentum, by the way?
Just one.
this appears to have some kind of rather primitive singularity core drive. It's far less advanced than what the Romulans have, though.
The engine type is intriguing. It's actually a singularity drive, similar to Romulans, but not quite as advanced. If I can, perhaps we shall take this box aboard and then send a team back aboard to study the ship as
Yep, that's certainly something you can do. You have plenty of scientists on board the Hadfield who, now that you guys have cleared this place, of making sure there are no hostiles aboard, yeah, you could absolutely send over an archaeological team and they'd have a field day.
There's no other rooms or anything to look for?
Nope,
This
it was
is
just
everything?
it was just the two.
All right,
just to.
yeah, well, I'd love to get back and examine that body more closely.
Okay, so you guys.
So,
are gonna...
Chief, shall we go aboard?
Okay, in that case, you guys are gonna do the go back to the ship then.
Yep, go back to the ship with our nice treasure chest.
And okay, and I'm gonna bring you guys back to the Hadfield, not the sick bay, but the transporter pad. And oh yeah, okay, so yep.
That was certainly interesting.
You all step off the transporter pad, and then a couple seconds later, the transporter whirs again, and Valak is standing on the pad with the box. Because it took you guys a couple trips.
Oh my.
Because, well, these transporter pads are small.
Yep.
They're only, like, for 3 or 4 people.
Well, perhaps take this box to the lab, and I'm sure, Doctor, you will wish to examine the body.
Mm-hmm. Then we can report our findings to each other.
Indeed. I'll let the captain know, and then return to assist with opening this box.
Let's get to it then.
So is anyone going to go with the doctor is anyone going with the doctor, or, is everyone
I'm going
else?
with the doctor.
Huh?
My brains are scrambled. I need her to cure me.
Oh,
I'd also like a security detachment to be there when this thing is gonna get open.
I will
Yeah, my
go
thoughts were
with my
Kiji
rifle.
and Kiji and Rugan with the box in case we unleash.
So, I'm gonna start us off in sick bay then. Okay, so where would that skeleton? Oh yeah, the skeleton would be here.
First of all, Tizonin is injured, right?
Not really. It's just more so. You just need to give him like a hypo spray of something to help with that headache, and he's right as rain. In fact, we're in a new scene now, so first off, you guys lose the momentum. In fact, you guys have actually gone through a couple of scenes, so you should be down at 1.
Down by all, or?
You should have 1 momentum, I think, because you had 3,
Okay.
right?
Okay, Kiji is feeding the dogs. He'll be right back.
So,
But we can go on.
So yeah, you have this little area here, and they have a couple medical force fields set up so that you can go in there and it won't contaminate the specimen.
All right, now with the more advanced sensors of the medical bay, could I try and do another scan of the head and see what's inside?
Oh yes, absolutely. In that case, give me a insight. I'm gonna say insight science. Difficulty. Insight science. Difficulty 4. Assisted by the ship's sensors science. So that brings it down to difficulty 3.
Xenobiology would apply, right?
Yes, it would.
All right. Would you say it's difficulty 3?
It's difficulty 3.
Have a
Well,
momentum.
well, no.
roll.
Well, it's not. You don't. Difficulty is different from task roll. You just have to remember what the difficulty is. There's nowhere
Yeah.
to put that in on the sheet.
Yeah, I got you.
So roll 3 dice, if you will, please.
All right.
And you can re-roll that 0.
Nice.
Will we get that momentum?
Yes, you do get that. No, you don't, because it was difficulty 3.
Oh.
And the doc.
But reduced to difficulty 2 by our sensors, you said.
No, it was
It was
4.
reduced to 2. Was it?
Nope, because it was difficulty 4 to start.
Okay, wow.
So, it takes a little bit of work because you're trying to make this scan. You're trying to scan something non-invasively through the skull. What you're figuring is that there's some sort of calcified bit of possibly brain matter in there.
What?
What?
Does it
Um,
matter?
I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm pretty tempted to just break it open and look inside.
Well, I mean, there are tools you can use for that. You're in a medical bay.
Right. Could I just?
Yeah, you can cut it open and all that jazz. And
Yeah, I was just
Magical
gonna say,
transport.
You like jazz?
can I just like cut a circular hole
like
in it and then see and take it out?
Yes, you could absolutely do that.
All right, cool. What would that roll be?
That would be control medicine, difficulty 3, but I'm going to spend 2 threat to increase the complication range by 1.
All right, so complication range 2.
Yep, and I think the ship is going to be able to assist with its computer's medicine.
All right.
And also, don't forget, because you have
Yeah.
Studious, you can ask me a free question
Oh, really?
about that thing.
Oh, yeah, right, right. I don't know what to ask. Does anyone have any ideas?
What's in the box?
Well,
Well,
no.
I'm not taking the box.
That is a completely irrelevant question.
what's in the skull?
Well, I kind of answered that as well.
Yeah, no,
Just how old is it?
that's a good one.
That's a
Age.
good one.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
Age.
How? Yeah, how old is it?
That is a good question.
Based on bone decay and the like, you'd probably guesstimate somewhere around 800, maybe 900 years old.
I think I'm just gonna make that roll now. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So I succeeded, right?
What focus did you use?
Xenobiology. Does that still apply? I mean, does that not apply?
I'll allow it in this case, just because you're working on this really weird thing.
All right. Sorry,
You're also using medical equipment to crack its head open carefully.
That's fair.
That I will totally allow that.
All right. So I carve a little hole into the skull. What do I
And
see?
the ship assists with computers medicine.
Alright. Computers med.
Nice. I think you get a momentum out of that.
Cool.
Okay, so you make a slight hole, and now you can actually sort of see into the skull a little bit. You make it in the base of the back, right above where the spine meets the cranium, and you can see very faintly a dull purple glow.
I'm actually wondering, is this like a brain? Like some sort of crystallized energy-based brain? That's the only thing I can think of.
I saw it in the Indiana Jones movie.
Or could it be an implant of sorts?
If you want to try and remove it, it'll be a controlled medicine difficulty 2.
That's not bad. All right.
But
Here, take this momentum and you'll get to roll 3 dice.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, this won't be assisted by the ship's computers, because this is you just going in there and carefully removing the thing.
Do I still get a focus from medical equipment or xenobiology?
I'll say yeah. I'll say you can use medical equipment on this. Not xenobiology, but medical equipment. I will
All right,
allow.
cool. And spending that momentum, that's 3 dice. You said control medicine, right?
Yes, control medicine difficulty 2. And you generate 2 momentum. Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, so I use some surgical tools to take it out. What do I see?
It's a small oval-shaped piece, maybe a bit larger than a grape. Definitely not large enough to be the thing's brain, given how big that cranial cavity is.
Can I spend the momentum to learn what it's made out of? Well, I mean, hold on. With Studious, because...
Yeah.
Do I get a free question because I spent momentum? Is that how Studious works?
No, I don't... Oh, I forget if that is... You might have to... Oh, that's right. I think you have to spend a momentum to get a bonus question in order to get a second. So I've been letting you have free questions. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Reading a text says whenever you spend one or more momentum to gain information, you may ask additional.
Okay, so you're going to ask 2 questions then.
All right, so if what does it appear to be made out of? And could I ask what the function of it appears to be?
What you can gather is that this here appears to be not the brain, but part of it that has petrified. Now, the exact process under which it's petrified is unknown to you, but what was your second question?
What was it? What was its purpose? But I mean, if it's a brain, then we know what its purpose.
It's entirely possible that that the way that this structure has crystallized, it's entirely possible that this could have served as some kind of short-term memory storage. And at this point, I want you to make me a control... I'm thinking control command.
What am I making this check for?
Difficulty 2. And none of your focuses apply.
Do I know what this wall is about?
Hang on. As you shake it off after a couple of moments, but you definitely hear this a little rattling in the back of your head as you look at this piece of crystal that just goes, death within death. Death within
Okay, well that's really weird.
And then you shake it off. You don't know whether or not you actually heard that or not.
Okay.
She driven.
This is pretty creepy. You said it was some sort of short-term memory device?
Potentially.
Would there be any possible way for me to somehow connect it with the ship's computer and download the contents of whatever's on the memory?
Okay. So...
Seems a bit of a stretch.
Let me just think of how I want to do this. So I am actually going to spend 2 threat here, and I'm gonna do this here. So because you failed that check and of how the way I want to do this, Doctor, you find yourself having a little trouble moving. At least most of you. For some reason, your left hand, you place the crystal sort of on a little pedestal, like just to keep it in place. Your left hand is moving towards it.
Can I roll anything to stop my left hand?
Well, you failed that
Oh.
check. You failed
Okay,
you failed that check, and I spent a couple threat to make this happen.
Alright,
And
so do I touch it?
hang on, and you see a little spark leap across the air in between it and your finger. And Tizonin, you're just sort of sitting back on one of the beds, and you see the doctor collapse.
Whoa!
Oh, wonderful.
Call over for a nurse and be like, "Doctor fell."
Doctor machine broke.
God damn it, we need that to fix the doctor.
We have to fix the doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Computer, activate the EMH.
You guys
We don't have one.
You don't have one of those.
Panic.
Computer, make me an EMH.
Computer make EMH machine broke. So, a nurse comes over to you. In fact, I think it's the Bajoran nurse.
Alright, hold on.
And oh dear, it is. I'm sorry. Actually, it's the Andorian nurse,
Oh,
Lieutenant Zarothrak.
that's weird.
Nurse practitioner. And she runs over and says, "What happened?"
She fell.
Well, thank you. And she taps the thing and brings down the medical force field and runs over to her, and she starts running a scan over her.
I just got sassed by an Andorian chick.
You're an Andorian.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty blunt. They can be pretty sassy. So yeah, she runs the scanner over her and says, "Brain activity is frenetic. She appears to be stable, but she's unconscious. Help me get her over to the biobed."
And lift.
Isn't the skeleton on the biobed?
No, other like this biobed.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a few.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, my bad.
And then, as soon as she puts you down, she says, "Re-engage medical force field. Sterilize." And... okay, I am going to hop us over to engineering, or actually one of the science labs, where you
Yeah.
guys are working on this thing.
In that case, can I use the bathroom real quick?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So, you guys are starting in on this box, and I think I can even, let me see. And you guys just sort of have it sat out in the middle of the room, and you're all just sort of puzzling over it.
Well, shall we attempt to see if we can decipher the locking mechanism?
Joy's is staying in the corner there with his rifle trained on it.
Good old Joeza.
Oh, Joeza. So, I need you, now that you know how you open it, this is actually going to be a gated task. Not an extended task, but a gated task. Because you have to get past a number of locks. This first one
Bacon,
will be
what?
this first one will be control engineering, difficulty 4, and I will allow an assist.
Rugon, maybe?
Yeah, Rugan can assist.
I am rather good at such things.
And need another die here with momentum.
Jueza
Okay,
can
I'll
assist
give
as
you
well.
a moment.
Remind me again. What sort of role?
Control engineering. Just an assist, though.
All right, that I can do. I'm actually not that good at that. Come to think of it, but
Control, Velok.
actually, yes,
It was
not too
control.
bad at that. Come to think of it.
Well,
I think you
did
made
it
it.
stay unanswered?
I think you made it anyway, and that one works. So yeah, you do succeed. And you fiddle around with it for about 30 minutes, and then, ka-chink, you hear one of the internal locks clunk out of place. And at this point, Jueza, I want you specifically to make me a control security check. Control command check. I'm gonna spend 2 threat to make the difficulty for this 3. Ha, funny. Jueza, you're getting the impression, I don't know, this nagging in the back of your mind that whatever's in this box needs to come out. It's important.
Oh no.
Come on, guys. We got to get this thing out. Whatever's in there seems very important to me.
You crazy, Jueza. You crazy.
I know, but we still need to take it out.
Yep. And so
Well,
you guys continue pounding away at it. And where is the doctor back yet?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna hop back down to sickbay, and so you guys are on the both Tizonin and the nurse are crowded around you, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, what to do. Nothing that you guys have tried so far seems to be working on her. Meanwhile, Doctor.
Yeah.
Everything seems black to you right now.
Mhm.
You're just sort of walking around. You can feel the rest of your body. You can feel your legs. You can feel your arms. You can feel the wholeness of you. But you feel like you're not there. Like, if you hold your hand up in front of your face, there's no hand in front of your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
I'm conscious.
Yeah,
I'm not.
But you're
All right.
conscious and can feel you can move around. And if you take a step, you hear sort of a metal clunk beneath your feet. And then you start to hear it. This is where we end. We've gone as far as we can with this thing, and it was a mistake to try to take it from them. But maybe someone will come along and discover the truth. But they'll have to go through a lot to find it. Death.
Find what?
Death. No, the voice doesn't seem to be responding to you. It just says death within death, within death, within death. The nexus of the madness. And then you hear a bang. And a very sharp screech as you find yourself back on the bridge of the vessel. Only everything is in this grainy, black and white monochrome color, and you see, standing where that you found that skeleton is a creature,
Im-
It looks like it has some kind of weapon in its hands, pointed right at its chest, and there's this flash of light that's emanating from it. But everything, keep in mind, is completely still and silent. And this is what the thing looks like.
That's spooky.
That's like a living version of the skeleton, right?
And you're standing in this. You're just standing in this room. Everything is still. Like not even the lights, which were dimly glowing when you were on the ship earlier. It's all still.
Am I still on it, not in control, or can I move around?
You can move around. You can walk around.
Can I investigate the alien man?
Yeah, you can absolutely walk up to it.
All right. What do I see?
You see sort of, I guess the best way to describe it to you as a human is it's sort of got these bat-like features, these big ears. And it seems like it has just taken a very powerful energy bolt to the chest. But again, it's frozen.
Okay, we're going to, does it seem alive?
Give me an insight medicine check. Difficulty 2.
All right. Insight, medicine. Does xenobiology apply here?
I'll allow it.
Awesome.
Yep, and you gain a momentum.
Nice.
Looking at this thing and looking at the situation that you have at hand, this is the moment this thing died.
That's what I was thinking.
You're looking at it. This is the instant.
Oh, this must be what was saved on the little crystal thingy, on the memory thing.
Yep.
Nice. Is there anything else worth looking at around here?
Let me see. Hang on a moment. Give me an insight security difficulty 2 check.
Insight, security. Difficulty 2?
Yep.
This isn't going to go well.
And you got it. You crit. That's a critical success, so yeah,
Nice.
you're good.
Nice.
As you walk around, you see something that maybe it was in that chamber the first time you were there, and you must have missed it the first time. But down on the lower floor of what you must assume to be this bridge area is another one of these things lying dead on the ground.
Huh. Is it like a skeleton or is it like
No,
a
it's
body?
It's a body.
Huh. Does my communicator work?
Let me just do the thing. Nothing.
Huh, so I'm stuck. Can I get down to the other body?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'll do that.
In fact, the walking feels ethereal to you. Oh, and I should, hang on. I'm gonna change this. You shouldn't have it. You should have this.
I'm confused. What changed?
I changed the background music.
Oh.
There was background music?
I changed I turned off the ambience of the ship and put in this.
Oh,
So,
spooky.
so you walk down to the thing, and you honestly don't even know where you changed levels. It's like You wanted to be down there, and you were. And you just walked. And now you're standing before this thing. And as you're looking closer at it, you see a faint purple glow around its head.
Inside its skull?
Just around its head.
Huh.
This faint purple glow.
Can I, in any way, grab the source of the purple glow?
As you reach out to it, you hear it in the back of your head again. Death within death within death. And then, crash! Everything goes again, and everything's black. And you hear what sounds like the sounds of a scuffle. And you hear, "It's the Nexus of Madness. The Nexus of Madness makes me do this. All must die. All must die. No, stay away from..." Bang! Another one. And then you're back on the top level. You hear a loud shriek again. And there are these two, there are two of these, bat-like figures on this upper level. And one of them has just fired that same weapon again at the other. Only this time, this door back here is open.
What's through the door?
Oh,
is that the other room?
Yeah, it's the other room that you were in the last time. This door just happens to be open this time.
And what's going on with the bad guy right now? The alien bat?
Well, there are two of them, and one of them appears to have just taken a shot at the other, and it's wheeling back with the recoil of the shot.
But it's still frozen in time.
Yes, it is frozen. And
All
you hear
right.
there, and right before you went from black to this image, and the cutoff point was a loud shriek.
Okay. Is there anything in the other room?
You walk into the next room, and give me another insight security difficulty 2. And this will be succeed at cost, so you'll get this no matter what, but I might take threat. Okay. So you do succeed, and down on the lower level, and you are sure it wasn't there before, is another one of these bodies. You're sure it wasn't there last time, though.
Can I get to the box?
The body?
No.
Oh,
Did you say
box.
body?
Yeah, there's a body on the lower level this time. It wasn't there before.
Oh, there's a box.
Like, it was definitely not... No, the box is definitely there, though.
I doubt the box is going to be any easier to open now. I'll go down and investigate the body.
Okay, as you're going back down, we are actually going to cut to, we're gonna cut back to engineering.
Hats off to you, dude. This is the first time a role-playing game has actually increased my heart rate. I'm actually kind of freaking out right now.
We're back to, sorry, not engineering, the science lab.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are gonna try hitting the next lock out of 4. Hit me up with that control engineering difficulty 3 check. And Rugon, you get to assist.
I'll give you 1 threat for an extra die.
Take it.
It accidentally tapped it twice, and the first one's one of music we should use.
Okay, right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
lock? Did you roll it?
Has it not gone through?
Oh, now it has. Didn't you say you were rolling a third die?
Yeah, it should have.
I don't see it.
Blocks Wi-Fi.
Are we ending at 7?
Yeah, I'll be finishing up quite soon.
All right.
So we might have to finish this next time. Oof. Oof. Yeah, no dice, and with that, the next time you make this check is going to be even harder. It's going to be back up at difficulty 4, as the lock seems to be resisting your efforts.
Damn. Well, we definitely want to get this cursed box open. I don't know what focus would work though. Value. Perhaps on to the next miracle. I don't know.
Probably not.
Better with machines than people.
I will allow that if you want to reroll
Okay.
some stuff. If you want to reroll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah. You're fighting against it, and it almost looked like it was going to clamp on itself, and you caught it and flipped it. And the lock clicks back into place. Jueza, I'm gonna spend 2 threat for it. I'm going to need you to make me another control command check, difficulty 3.
Can I use that last momentum?
Go
Sure,
for it.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. 3.
Okay. Okay. That's it.
What?
That's it. Now back to the doctor. You are approaching this figure on the floor, and yeah, it has that same purplish glow around its head.
All right. Oh, I have a medical tricorder. Can I try and scan the purplish glow? Or is the tricorder not working?
The tricorder, it feel again. It's that thing where, remember how I told you, you hold your hand up in front of your face, and your hand isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Okay. In that case, I guess I'll reach out and try and grab the purple glow again.
Yep, and as you reach out to grab it, you hear it whispering in the back of your head. Only 2 times this time. Death within death. And everything goes black again. Find yourself walking, and you hear the words in your head. Well, I just want to see what's inside it is all. It's just a stupid box. Oh man. Oh dear. The madness. The madness drives. What are you doing? Get away from... And you hear the sounds of a struggle again, and you hear a loud strike, and you see 2 of these bat-like you hear the loud screech again, and you're in this, the engineering room again, and you're on the upper level this time, though, as 2 of these other figures are scuffling, and, hang on, 2 of these figures are scuffling. one of them, the one that it's probably the one you saw earlier because it has the one that you saw the first time appears to have closed the chest. Appears to have closed the chest, while one of the two bat-like figures is stabbing the other in the chest.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can do to intervene, right?
No, this is a moment frozen in time.
Right. In that case, while they're fighting each other, can I investigate the box and see if I can learn anything else?
It looks like the box has just been closed. But
Is it?
there
Oh,
is
you
one
can-
other thing that's really worth noting to you about this. Lying back, lying towards the back of the room on this upper catwalk. Again, he wasn't there when you visited the place. Is one last of these bat-like figures. This one, however, is not sprawled out. Instead, its arms are just folded over its chest.
It's vampire.
Yeah. Well, okay. With nothing else to do,
And its eyes are closed.
Okay. I'm going to hesitantly approach that.
The last one.
Sorry.
Okay. So you approach it and you reach out your hand. I assume you're going to reach out for its head again.
Yep.
And this time, instead of hearing it, instead of hearing the word within, you just hear over and over again, death, 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 death. And everything goes black. You're walking, but the sounds are different this time. You're not on board this ship. Not the same one, at least. The metal clanking beneath your feet is different, and you hear weapons fire. And you hear a number of voices yelling, "Don't let them take it. They mustn't get their hands on it. It's not what they think it is." And you hear these loud screeching sounds. These loud screeching sounds as a number of weapons are just going on all around you. I said, I think I can get a lucky shot at it. They're getting away. And with a bang, you hear another loud screech as you're on a completely different ship now. You appear to be standing right in the middle of a firefight of some kind between two sides.
Does the ship look to be of like the same, like it was made by the same species as the previous ship?
No.
It looks different.
The bat-like figures are on one side, running towards what looks like some kind of an exit.
An egg?
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said.
Exit.
You're cutting out.
They appear to be running towards some kind of exit.
Oh, okay.
Exit. Okay.
And on the other side of the room, the figures firing at them, you recognize that species. Those are Bajorans.
Oh my god. Do I see the box anywhere?
You don't see the box.
Okay.
A box, but not the box, huh?
Yes.
Is this place even close to is the Bajoran homeworld Bajor?
Bajor, yeah.
So
Is this even close to there?
We were at DS9 like a few weeks ago.
yeah,
But-
Yeah, we're not too
and
far.
the Bajorans did a bit of star wandering for a while there, and who knows how far this thing is from where it started.
Okay.
So
Does the spaceship look to be of like Bajoran design then?
How far a little back did this take place?
Well, the dead body looked to be about 800 years dead.
So I'd imagine
guys,
this.
I gotta
light
finish this up.
shifts.
I have to finish this up
Okay.
quick.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
So, Doc, you look around and you do see something beneath. You do see one of the bat-like figures as it's running towards the exit. You see it's holding what looks like a box, a smaller box that looks like this.
Okay.
Yep, that's an orb. That's
Oh my!
Am I supposed to know what that is?
Have you seen Deep Space Nine?
I have not.
That is.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. That is a Bajoran orb. Remember how I
Oh.
told you that the Bajoran
Mhm.
religion is a real thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Bajoran orbs are like a central part of that religion.
yeah, basically their gods made them.
Well, they allowed the Bajorans to communicate with their gods.
Mm-hmm. And
And the bat creatures are stealing it, huh?
That explains why the Bajorans are pissed.
But it doesn't explain where the other box fits into this.
Wait, are these boxes orbs?
and
Yes.
so I assume you're gonna walk towards the thing.
Yes.
And as you approach it, you feel sort of a resonating, as though it feels like you're able to do something here. Like you could open the box.
Do I have any other options than opening the box?
Opening the box
Open
won't
the
kill
box.
All right, fine. You successfully.
And you see what looks like this swirling energy inside of it. This hourglass-shaped energy source, but something doesn't feel right.
Oh, none of this feels right.
No. I mean, you've heard about orb experiences and how they're supposed to be sort of an enlightening thing.
Mhm.
No, this doesn't feel enlightening. Not whatever this is.
Paul Wraith.
And
Oh no.
and you hear the word pounding in your head.
Death.
Madness. 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 And then immediately, with a clap, you sit up in the sickbay bed and you yell out the word madness.
Okay.
Spooky.
So I want to get up and run down to the lab and tell them to don't fucking open the box.
Yeah, the doctor just runs into the science lab and just...
Yeah, like looking disheveled and crazy. Do not open the fucking box.
Why?
Just trust me. I cannot explain. But if you open that box, really bad shit is going to happen, and I'm like fucking terrified right now.
What makes you think that bad things are going to happen?
I touched the energy source inside the skull's head, and I had this really trippy frozen dream thing, and I saw a Bajoran orb, and I
Wait, a
almost
what?
paused. A Bajoran orb? That's the right word, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just in character.
So it felt very wrong and very evil, and if you open that box, I am near positively sure that something bad will happen.
You think that my religion's evil, Doctor?
It's not what I said. I know. The point is, you should not open the box. Like, if there's ever a time to trust me on something, it's right now.
How far have I opened the box?
You've only gotten 2 of the 4 locks open.
Okay, so it's not like she's showing up as we open the box.
No, your religion isn't evil. I know how visiting an orb is supposed to be an enlightening experience. This did not feel enlightening. Very bad.
Okay.
I think we should get rid of the box.
Wait, whoa. Let's not get drastic here, Doctor.
All right.
We may
maybe
be
we should
crazy,
destroy it.
but
I'm telling you, there's something powerful and there's something evil inside there.
Again, my religion. Not powerful, yes. Evil, not so much.
Okay,
You just have to come to an understanding of my gods, Doctor. Perhaps if I took you into the temple, you could come to understand the prophets, to learn their wisdom.
Oh dear.
You know what? That sounds great. And maybe when we get leave sometime, I'll do that. But right now, I need to focus on the safety and well-being of the crew of the ship, and I am convinced that box is directly harming it. It poses a potential serious threat.
All right then. Well, for now, we'll put it in a force field, and we'll have to come back to this later.
All right.
Yes. And we will come back to it later.
All right, and because I am completely out of time, I know it's kind of an awkward place to end things, but that is where we're going to end Echoes.
Yep.
awesome.
Cliffhanger.
What'd you guys think?
Thought it was awesome. Pretty spooky.
Good game.
but
That was fun.
I need to bail, so I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Take it
Alright.
easy.
Yeah, I don't
Hope
know
you
how
feel
well
welcome, Doctor.
I feel great. I don't know how well I actually performed. But